What's up? What's going on, ladies and gentlemen of the True Heel Nation? This is your good brother, J News Japan, with another rendition of our review of New Japan Road. We're going to talk about the events that happened on September 5th and September 6th. I'm going to pair the New Japan Road events along with the G1 Climax events as well, just so that I don't have to do too many individual recordings and things of that nature. So we'll take into account the events on September 5th, which were live at Chiba from Makuhari Messe International Conference Hall 3. It's a different kind of a look for the event from an aesthetic standpoint. It wasn't outside, it was indoors, but it looked more like a no doubt it was a conference hall, but it looked like they were holding the event like at a mall, in a sense, being that the space was so wide open. It had some escalators and stuff like that, and some glass accents in certain parts of the conference hall and stuff like that. I thought it was a mall at first because of some hanging signage, but it wasn't. It's a conference hall and stuff like that, but it looked cool. It was a tremendous amount of space, so everybody was spaced out well between fans and wrestlers, and the distance between the ring and the actual barricades and the fans. So it was a good looking aesthetic feel and something definitely different. Very long entranceway from where the wrestlers came from to the ring. So that gave them time for entrances and stuff like that or whatever. But being that this was more of a house show or a road show and stuff like that, I don't think that was necessary, but it was just more or less because of the way that the building was set up. So let's get into match number 1 for the September 5th event. We had Satoshi Kojima going up against Yota Tsuji, the Young Lion. This match lasted about 7 minutes or so. I thought that this match was rather quick. Kojima got his stuff in. Yota Tsuji got his stuff in. I wasn't necessarily knowing where they were going to go with Yota Tsuji, being that they had Yota Tsuji win his last match against Uemura. But right back to the Young Lion regularity here. He lost this match. Satoshi Kojima hit the lariat on Yota Tsuji and got the win here. Second match of the night was an 8-man tag, which featured both Team A and Team B of Chaos. We had Young Lion, Yuya Uemura on one side with the champs, the never openweight 6-man tag champs Yoshihashi, Tomohiro Ishii, and Hiroki Goto, and Young Lion Gabriel Kidd with Sho, Toru Yano, and Kazuchika Okada. This match went about 11.5 minutes or so. It seems that there always has been this kind of chip on Gabriel Kidd's shoulder, being that he's the lone LA Dojo representative of the Young Lions. So he wants to show and prove out. So he was trying to make his presence felt against Yuya Uemura and other members of the opposing Chaos faction, but that was kind of snuffed out rather quickly and stuff like that. These guys, they put together a very decent, solid match and things of that nature. A lot of back and forth, no real domination between either faction between either side in this match. The end and finale of this match was Sho hitting the Fujiwara armbar on Yuya Uemura. Nothing to tell via this particular match on this night, but there were some happenings on the following night with a similar match and a similar outcome. Third match of the night, another 8-man tag. We had Hanma and Yuji Nagata with Ibushi and Tanahashi, the Golden Aces, going up against the Suzuki-gun faction, Doki, Zack Sabre Jr., Taichi, and Minoru Suzuki. This match lasted about 11.5 minutes or so. This was really more to, I think, in my opinion, is just really lengthening that feud between Dangerous Tekkers and the Golden Aces. Nagata and Minoru Suzuki started this match. The two elder statesmen went at it yet again, just straight up blow for blow, with their rendition and visionary, beautiful violence, as we like to say. Hanma was more or less of a throw-in. Doki was more or less of a throw-in in this match. The finish here was Kota Ibushi hitting the Kamigoye on Doki. Nothing necessarily to tell about this match. Just another multi-man tag here to continue to build that tag feud between the Tekkers and the Aces, and to hint at that feud this past summer between Suzuki and Nagata. Fourth match of the night, we had members of Los Ingobernables de Japón, Sanada, Shingo Takagi, and Tetsuya Naito, going up against members of the Bullet Club, Jado, Yujiro Takahashi, and Evil. In this match, Evil and Sanada didn't necessarily touch in this match, but there was a lot of back and forth between Evil and Naito. Evil went after one of Naito's legs. Shingo Takagi was in and out of the match. Sanada was in and out of the match. Yujiro Takahashi was taking the majority of the ring time here. Jado, for some reason or another, took it upon himself in this match and then the subsequent night's match as well to sort of mock Hanma, not necessarily knowing why, hitting his head, stomping his foot like Hanma does when he's about to go for Kokeshi. But it was a fake out, and then he would just step on the gut of, in this case, he stepped over the gut of Naito in this match, and then the subsequent match it was Takagi. But Jado's the elder statesman. He does his shtick with his with the Singapore cane and stuff like that. It wasn't anything of importance there. Sanada won this match, hit the skull end on Jado, because obviously Evil and Takahashi aren't taking pins right now or being submitted. Sanada wins yet again another match. Looking good here. And at the end of the match, after the Bullet Club members exited the ring, Sanada was just staring down Evil on his way out of the ringside area, because Sanada wants him piece of Evil. Fifth match of the night, first tournament match. Just to mention this, there was a news conference either the day of, on the 5th, or the day before, where Sho, one half of Roppongi 3K at that point in time, the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions, where he had to say that Yo's injury was more serious than previously diagnosed, so they had to relinquish the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Championship, so they created an IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Championship Tournament, which was to start here on the September 5th New Japan Road Show. So the first tag match was Master Wato and Taguchi as a team versus Suzuki-gun members Yoshinobu Kanemaru and El Desperado. This particular match was my favorite match of the night. I'll say this here. Master Wato looked good in this match, finally looking like he belonged in this match. And this was versus opponents that he's been going up against already, which is members of Suzuki-gun. The match lasted about 14 minutes or so. Master Wato won the match with the RPP on Yoshinobu Kanemaru. A lot of back and forth. Good comedy from Taguchi as usual with all of his hip attacks on both members of Suzuki-gun. El Desperado and Yoshinobu Kanemaru at the beginning of the match were basically trying to downplay and punk Master Wato in a sense. But Master Wato was able to concentrate, stay in there, and make his presence felt, and he looked good in this match. And eventually the team of Taguchi and Wato won here. It's a point system, so for every win you get 2 points, and for obviously you get no points for a loss. So there's a point system in this particular tag team tournament. Then the sixth match of the night, we had members of Los Ingobernables de Japón, Bushi and Hiromu Takahashi, going up against members of the Bullet Club, Gedo and Taiji Ishimori. More of what we've been seeing lately from members of the Bullet Club: underhanded tactics, weapons, Gedo whipping on the back of Bushi and Takahashi, Taiji Ishimori being his usual intense and aggressive self in this match. This is a very good match, a very solid match at the end of the day. But I did prefer the previous match to this match, and this is not taking anything away from this particular match. And a match that should be seen. It went about 20 minutes or so. The time that it was given was appropriate. I didn't think it went too long or anything like that. The winners of this match were Los Ingobernables de Japón, where Bushi hit the LAT on Gedo. And then after the match was over and the bell rung, Bushi cut a promo, which is something that I'm not used to seeing. Very short and stuff like that. Hit his catchphrase of "En serio," and basically said that, Los Ingobernables de Japón, their team was there to win this tag team tournament and be the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions. So that is the September 5th show. We're going to go on to the September 6th show. The September 6th show started with the first match. It was Yuji Nagata versus Yui Uemura. Uemura showed a lot of fire in this match, trying to go toe-to-toe with Yuji Nagata, blow for blow. Obviously, a young lion is not going to go blow for blow and toe-to-toe with Yuji Nagata, Blue Justice. Nagata won this in about 9 minutes with Nagata Lock 2. But Uemura showed that fire. Uemura showed his athleticism in this match, as he always does, trying to make that comeback that never came. September 6th show was also in Chiba at the same conference hall. A lesser attendance count this time around. I do have to point out from night number one something that I wanted to mention. Shout out to the fan in the stands wearing his Boston Celtics green on green John Cena t-shirt and cap. It seemed like there were a few Americans sitting in the hall between both nights. So it seems that this particular city houses some international folks or people. I'm not too sure if folks are on vacation due to COVID and stuff like that, but I know that a lot of folks who work for certain companies in the U.S. do live in Japan for working reasons. So that was interesting to see. I wanted to point that out just because the dude stuck out like a sore thumb. The only Celtic green shirt that there was in the crowd 2 days in a row and stuff like that. Match number 2 of the night, another 8-man tag, had Gabriel Kidd teaming with Yoshihashi, Tomohiro Ishii, and Hiroki Goto up against Yota Tsuji, Sho, Toru Yano, and Kazuchika Okada. This match went about 11.5 minutes or so. The opposing team, the champions this time around, the team of the champions won. Yoshihashi hit the butterfly lock on Yota Tsuji. What I have to mention about this match is that after the bell rung, there was a bit of a dispute. Tomohiro Ishii trying to snuff out Sho and snuffing out Toru Yano and stuff like that on the outside and stuff like that, like being really chippy and physical and stuff like that. Kazuchika Okada the same with Yoshihashi and Hiroki Goto. So it seems like the dissension is starting to grow between both sides of chaos here. And the other thing that I'll mention in this match was Gabriel Kidd and Yota Tsuji are the two guys that really don't get along from the Young Lions, and it was very evident at the beginning of the match, where Gabriel Kidd was just trying to go at Yota Tsuji, but Yota Tsuji seems to be the leading Young Lion right now, so he got the upper hand on that end. Then match number 3, we had another 8-man tag, so we had Hanma, Kojima, and the Golden Aces of Bushi and Tanahashi versus the Suzuki-gun faction of Dookie, Zack Sabre Jr., Taichi, and Minoru Suzuki. This match went about 13 minutes or so. The Suzuki-gun team won here, where Zack Sabre Jr. hit a modified octopus hold on Hanma. Don't have much to say here. Minoru Suzuki's next opponent for the Never Openweight Championship hasn't necessarily been decided as of yet. I'm not too sure if him and Takagi are going to go for a rematch. We all know that they're giving Sho a bit of a push in that direction as well. So we're not sure how Suzuki's championship is going to be defended going forward. This is why I'm assuming they have these mixed tag matches as well in these New Japan Road shows. More between Kota Ibushi and Tanahashi and the Dangerous Tekkers. I want to say that nothing injury profound like they have been in the last couple of months with the knees between Tanahashi and Zack Sabre was told and was woven into this particular match as well. So nothing to say there. Like I said, Kojima was more or less of a throw-in. Doki didn't really do much of anything important in the match. And yet again, Hanma just the throw-in here. Fourth match of the night, a rematch from the night before. Members of Los Ingobernables de Japón, Sanada, Takagi, and Naito went up against members of the Bullet Club, Jado, Takahashi, and Evil. Match went about 9 minutes or so. Sanada wins the match again. O'Connor bridge on Jado. This time, Sanada did get some time in the ring with Evil ever so briefly. Because Yujiro Takahashi did come in and break up the combativeness between Evil and Sanada, even though it was just Sanada having a waist lock on Evil, trying to do a German, and then Evil tried to reverse it, and then Takahashi came in and he broke up that combination real quick. So they're giving us little bits of Sanada versus Evil. But still, it was more of a concentration of Evil and Naito. Evil, yet again, going after one of Naito's legs. Takahashi, yet again, took the lead in this match, doing the majority of the work. Jado being Jado, yet again, noticed in this match that he was mocking Hanma for some reason. Foot stomp, head tap, like he was going to go for Kokeshi. Yet again, he faked it, and he just stepped over the gut of Takagi, I think in this set, or Sonata, one of the two guys, but it wasn't Naito in this case. But more beef between Bullet Gun and Los Ingobernables de Japón, so that'll be going on going forward, probably until the end of the year and stuff like that. Match number 5, we had I guess you can call this the second round of the Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Championship Tournament matches. We had Yoshinobu Kanemaru and El Desperado of Suzuki-gun versus members of the Bullet Club, Gedo and Taiji Ishimori. In this particular match, we had El Desperado hit the pinche loco on Gedo, and after 17 minutes of a hard-fought match, a lot of back and forth, two heel factions here going up against one another, underhandedness on both ends. Gedo again using the leather straps on both of these guys. Kanemaru used his whiskey bottle on Gedo and Ishimori and stuff like that. So they were both trying to just do the one-upsmanship on the underhandedness here. But Desperado hit that pinche loco, and the Suzuki-gun members are now 1-1. They have 2 points, and they beat members of the Bullet Club. Then, 6th match of the night, we had the tag team of Master Wato and Ryusuke Taguchi versus members of Los Ingobernables de Japón, Bushi and Hiromu Takahashi. Here we had this match go for at least 18 minutes, and man, when I tell you that this match was something else, it was just, Master Wato, welcome to New Japan Pro Wrestling, brother. This was Master Wato's first match where the opponents were not out of the Suzuki-gun faction, and the kid Sho improved. He proved out. He was able to hang with Bushi. He was able to hang with Hiromu. No botches in either night, not the 5th nor the 6th. Now the dude looks like he's ready for prime time. Now he looks like he no longer needs to be a young lion. Now Master Wato is on the path towards the Grand Master. And that's all I got to say about that. Even though the team of Master Wato and Taguchi lost this match because Los Ingobernables de Japón came out on top yet again. LAT was hit. Hiromu got the pin. 2 wins, no losses, 4 points. They go on. They're in the finals for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Championship Tournament. But good showing from Wato. Taguchi and Hiromu Takahashi with their brand of comedy is always dope. The time given was good. There was no let up and quick paced match as it usually goes for any match when it involves Takahashi and Bushi. But definitely my favorite match of the night here. And I want to say one more thing. Bushi has taken it upon himself to get way more creative with his entrance masks and also his in-ring masks and stuff like that. It just seems like he's getting a little funky with the designs now, and they look good. They look good, man. Bushi's just getting creative, and he's trying to create different looks for himself and stuff like that, and make himself stand out. So I can appreciate that. Hiromu, after the match was over, took it upon himself to cut a rather long promo, basically saying the same thing that Bushi was saying, that Los Ingobernables de Japón, that tag team of Bushi and Hiromu Takahashi, were going to win this tournament. They were going to be the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Championships, Junior Tag Team Champions, and nobody was going to get in their way. Not Kanemaru and Desperado, not the Bullet Club members of Gedo and Ishimori, and obviously they had just finished beating Wato and Taguchi. So they have one more match to go, which I believe will be on September 9th or 11th. So we'll preview that going forward. The finals will have Los Ingobernables de Japón, Bushi, and Hiromu Takahashi, who are 2-0 versus Suzuki-gun members, Yoshinobu Kanemaru and El Desperado. Suzuki-gun needs to win this match or have Gedo and Ishimori beat Wato and Taguchi in order to go on to the finals. So that will be that. We have the other match here. It'll be Wato and Taguchi versus Ishimori and Gedo. So they'll have that match. Then the third match, for whatever reason, different member this time. Dick Togo is going to be put into the fold for the Bullet Club, but it'll be Dick Togo, Evil, and Takahashi versus Naito, Shingo Takagi, and Sonata. We'll have another 8-man tag. It'll be Hanma, Nagata, and the Golden Aces versus the Suzuki-gun members, the Dangerous Tekkers, Minoru Suzuki and Doki. And then we'll have another 8-man tag. Gabriel Kidd joins Okada, Sho, and Yano. And Uemura joins Yoshihashi, Tomohiro Ishii, and Goto. And then the first match of the night, on September 9th, will be Satoshi Kojima versus Yota Tsuji. So that will be the episode for tonight, folks. Thank you for watching. As always, it's always a pleasure to bring you New Japan news, information, and reviews. This has been your good brother J News with another rendition of J News Japan. Make sure to always like, share, comment, and subscribe to the True Heel Heat YouTube channel. And as always, make sure to take care of yourselves, be good to one another, and stay safe out there. Alright? Also, stay wrestling fan, folks. I'm about this. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.